Welcome back, everybody, to the Shambam podcast. Today we got a special guest. Me. Because it's Wednesday. It's just me on Wednesdays, guys. Remember, that's a thing. And we're going to keep up this tradition with the coughs as well. Welcome back for the Wednesday episode, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in this fine Wednesday morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you're tuning in, or even if it's a freaking Tuesday. I'm elaborating too much because I don't have anything else to say on the intro. But anyway, another thing I'd want to point... Another thing I'm going to announce right now is we will also be having... Drum roll, please. I need a drum roll. Do I have a... my freaking sound... Sorry, guys. My soundboard ain't connected. I just totally forgot that everything... Milo, right, our doggy dog, decided to just, like, go wacko underneath the table and just... he got tangled up on the freaking soundboard cord and just went nuts. He couldn't figure out why he couldn't get out. It was really funny and sad and damaging to my equipment probably, but I was just too busy laughing. So I plugged it in. Let's see if any errors happen. Is it on? It's not. Oh crap. It is on. And you know what? I also just destroyed my like sample rate. Why is it still on? Anyway, let's restart this, guys, because I am just dying here. I just plugged it in, just my Mac went kaboom, so... Oh, we are back. I don't know why it was going all wacko. I'll fix it in post, though, so we always got that. So, like I said, I didn't have a drum roll, but another announcement we are going to announce right now, everybody, is we are going to have Friday uploads now available. Yes, you heard it right. We're going to be uploading Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I almost said like Wednesdays. Freaking Wednesdays, man. Wednesdays. Yeah. So, be on the lookout for those. Those are not mainly, they are gonna be only skits. So me and my buddies were just kind of like joking around about making some accents and just kind of like having characters, play out, just random things like that. And this is the furthest you guys are gonna hear me really dive into the actual, like, what this actually is, because I feel like the joke is just the skits. So we're just going to be having some skits. So look out for that. Those are only going to be, they're not going to be like as long as these episodes are going to be. They're probably going to be like 10 to 15 minutes of episode, maybe even less. But it's mainly just trying to be funny, making a skit, So yeah, stay on the lookout for that. We just thought it would be kind of fun. It's kind of funny, so we're going to be doing that. I started off with such high energy. I don't know why. I think it's because all the homies were here like minutes before I even started this. So I'm still kind of in that mood. Planning out a lot of things, guys. Things are cooking in the oven. Oh! So just stay tuned. Stay tuned. If you guys really want to know everything that's going on, what we're all doing and everything, just tune in. I mean like in the podcast and what's going on, guys, go to the Instagram account. I'm mostly active on that account. I sometimes get on Facebook, I sometimes get on the Twitter, but the Instagram is where I'm mainly at. So if you guys want to contact me, you guys want to reference artist or somebody starting their own company or whatever, somebody who you think is going to be a good addition to the podcast, go ahead and just send that via a DM on the Instagram and I'll check it out. Joshua's currently sneaking behind me. He doesn't know I can see him, but I can because I can see the reflection. Did you think there was a camera? No. Yeah, this is also, they're just going to have like a little audiogram on these ones probably because unless it might change, but for now let's just have the audiograms. I'll just keep the Saturday recording lives and Monday uploads be the recorded ones. But anyway, so yeah, we're just doing a lot of stuff here. Things are getting exciting, and we're getting busy, man. We're getting real busy. So what are we going to talk about today? You may ask yourself, what is Kevin what does Kevin have / not have? Because you know me, I either have a ton of notes or I don't have any. But fortunately, I do have a tiny bit to talk about in this upload. So let's talk a little bit about spam. I get so much spam, dude. I get it from, well, we all get it, you know. Wow, Milo. He's scratching. Hey, Josh, can you go close my door? Even though I'm closer, but Milo's freaking, his little jingle bells is going crazy when he scratches his neck. Yeah, we all get spam, guys. Whether it's your email spams, who checks emails nowadays? I feel old because I actually do check my emails. Actually, no, I think the older you get, like actually whenever you start actually getting serious, I guess. I don't know. You're more prevalent checking your emails, seeing your account balances, you know, not account balances. I mean, like, what if there's an urgent message sent via email and you got to see it? So, oh, another fun fact, Courtney is actually taking a shower, so you might hear that, and you might hear her exit. So that's going to be a little disruptive, but it's okay. You know why? Because you guys are in my living room right now. Kind of metaphorically are in my living room, because this is where I'm located right now. I am looking into getting a separate studio for the podcast, so maybe that's in the works too. But I got plenty of ideas. It's just executing those ideas, and I think that's everybody. That's the narrative of everyone's story who's trying to start something up. Ideas are everywhere. It's just the availability. What am I trying to say here? I'm not even gonna try. I swear, man, podcasts just steal words from your mouth. They just steal them. Any other day I would know what word I'm looking for. I'm gonna listen back to this and I'm gonna be like, Kevin, this is the word. We are back. We had a little system overload again happen. I don't know why. It was working fine, but it just kind of just decided to crash. So, anyway, let's talk. Let's rewind. So, yeah. So, you know, a lot of people have the ideas, but they don't have the means to execute on their ideas. You know, it's just, that's the biggest problem. That is the problem, the prime problem. To be very honest, I don't know how I even got to the topic of this, because we were talking about spam, right? So let's go back, right? Let's rewind again for the fourth time, and it hasn't even hit 10 minutes yet. Yeah. Spam. I get it mainly. The main ones I notice is my phone, right? Because going back to that whole Brett Delio situation. Him using my number, which by the way, I did like tons more detective work because I was just getting the weirdest. Okay, this week, this is the third time I got the same text announcement, right? And it reads as follows: Brett, breaking news. The Kardashians are secretly slipping these plant extracts into their men's drinks to keep them erect all night. Say. Why would they send this to Brett? What kind of stuff is Brett getting into? I have no idea. But the Kardashians are slipping stuff in their men's drinks, I guess. So like Kanye West. I don't know why that was funny. That was really not that funny, but I laughed on that anyway. Dude, I get so much spam from Brett. Here, Brett, only 7 days left before Christmas. Hurry up to buy gifts. I mean, that's pretty, you know, that's a good thing. But it says up to $15,000. It's always loans. It's up to $15,000 in loans. Actually, no, the 1,500. Sorry, 15,000. It's always him applying for loans and doing stuff like that. And I got I got a ton. Like this week, Brett, 4 days before payday, crash. I don't know, cash, any score, whatever, by connecting with a lot of money related stuff, you know, how people are just crazy about money. Brett, weekend is coming up. It's a $1,500 loan, all credit. Okay. Brett looking for 3,387 before this weekend. Very specific number. Get it at the website. I'm not going to plug in because I'm pretty sure it's going to take all your personal information. Brett causing you to lose sleep. Oh no, bills causing you to lose sleep, Brett. Loans from $500 to $5,000. Any credit, okay. Go to a dumb place. Brett, need $1,200 to pay off bills. Get lender approved in minutes. Congrats, Brett. Up to $1,500 in loans. Only scored. Blah 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 blah. Brett from Kelly. Brett's e-check of $2,936 straight from your phone after you validate, fill, whatever. I think I've dove too far into this, so I'm not gonna. But there's just a ton. Brett, legal marijuana pills, new miracle cannabis pills. Yeah, it's just mainly loans. And boy, I opened already a couple, but the number of unread messages I have are 85. You know, on your your email tab on your app on your phone, you always have like thousands of freaking unread because it's your freaking email. But usually a normal person's message, like just text message app, isn't like blown up like that. I have 84 unread messages, and they're all because of this Brett guy. So I got a little like fed up. You know, I don't want to change my number because it's too much of a hassle. At the same time, it's kind of like I don't want to be defeated, I guess. But I did a little more digging to find out who this dude is. I put his name. I'm not going to say his full name, even though, like, because I think I could get in legal issues if something were to happen. Somebody finds out, I don't know. So I found out his full name. His full name is like first name, middle name, last name. I found out. I already knew where he lived because it was in a text that got sent to me. Of course, on his contact info, we have my number is on there. I know he's 22 years old. Actually, no, 20 something. That doesn't even matter. He's 23, I think, actually. But yeah, man, he's super annoying. I mentioned, I think I did the first time it happened to me. I don't know if I brought it up, but I'll just briefly bring it up right now. The first time I started getting messages from this guy, it was just because I would get spam all the time for some reason. So my number got leaked somewhere, right? I slipped up and made an oopsie and just picked up on a bot and like number that called me, and they got me in a database somewhere. But I was getting spam already, and it was already happening. So when I got like the first text message for Brett, I was like, whatever. But then I think I got like 2 more or something like that. I still kind of paid no attention to it. Oh, sorry, my nose is like plugged. I couldn't like breathe out of it. And then I got a call, which I answered because I'm an idiot, and then they asked for Brett, right? And I was like, yo, that's the wrong number, but I've gotten calls for Brett like this whole time. And then they were like, oh, yeah, that's kind of weird. And I was like, yeah. So then I hung up, and then I like looked into it. I found out in one of those text messages where he lived. I looked into the address. And Facebook, I found out his profile, right? I found out like it all matched, his name, the location, and then I was like, okay, this is the dude. And then I found out it's not creepy because it's concerning my own, information. So I had to do some digging. I found out who his family was. I found out who his sister was, and I contacted his sister on Facebook and said, yo, is this your brother? And then she was like, yeah. And I was like, and she was like, why, do you know him? And I was like, nah, it's just he's been using my number on like everything, and I don't even know the guy, so I was just, wondering what's up, if you had any idea. And then she was like, oh, yeah, he's not in a good place in his life right now, so hi.
Hello.
I'm doing the podcast. You probably knew that, huh?
No.
Oh, okay. Anyway, now you know.
Okay.
Thanks. I don't know. But yeah, so then she was like, yeah, he's not in a good place, in his life right now. We haven't seen him for a couple years. And then I got kind of creeped out. I was like, yo, this dude's just using my number. He's probably doing some illegal garbage. I don't want the cops to show up on my door, give me a call. Some like black market or drug dealer person gives me a call. Say, Brett, where's my money? Where's my money, Brett? You said you were going to have it this week, Brett. I'm like, no, I'm not Brett. They trace my number and come and get me. No, I don't want that to happen, right? So naturally, I'm going to talk to the drug dealer, Brett, or whatever he is. I don't know. So I messaged him. I was like, yo, dude, what's up? You've been using my number. It's not cool. And he sees it, right? He doesn't reply, but he sees the message. It says seen or read, whatever. And then I was like, all right, he's not replying. So then I just kind of threatened him just to make sure. I was like, yo, you're using my number. That's not cool. But if I was like, it hasn't been doing anything to my accounts, right? So I was like, but if I see anything else happen to any one of my accounts, I'm calling the cops. And then I told his sister this too. I was like, all right, well, if it comes down to it, I'll call the police. And she was like, yeah, cool. And I told him that I don't know if he ever saw that one. And that was like a couple years ago when I talked to him. Yeah, it's been a couple years since, and he's still using my number. I should probably just get it changed. I should just man up and do it. But then I went, when I was doing this detective work like last week, I went back to the Facebook messages to see the messages, and he blocked me. Homie blocked me on Facebook because he knew I was onto him. What a piece of garbage person, honestly. Jeez, just stealing your info to blast it on all these, like, what is he gaining from that anyway? Is he using like a fake email? Well, you can't really use a fake email. You can just make an email that you don't like, and just have that be like your mule email. And, I guess he might, that might be it. He's just like, he needs like a phone number that's actually valid on all these random sites. So they send it on. I don't know, man. It's really annoying, but that's the main kind of spam I get in my personal life in that regard, like texting and that, But ever since I've been into the podcasting world, right, setting up the social media accounts and doing the posts and creating the hashtags that are appropriate for my posts, I've been getting a ton of dumb spam from, I don't even know why this works. Why do these, so I've been getting a ton of spam from just these random other pages, saying like, awesome content, man. Oh, share your music here. Your music's awesome. Like, it has nothing to do with the podcast. The most generic like bot answer or like comment is content. It's got to have content, awesome content, great content, sweet content. It's got to have the word content. And they're just trying to generalize. So if it's like a music page, music's content. If it's podcast, that's content. If it's art, that's content. That's like so unrealistic. Not. Do you hear that? Is that you? Oh. I didn't mean unrealistic. I just mean that's so like generic, so basic. They're just trying to get the whole pot of artistry going on here. But let me read you a couple that I have. Hi. Hi. Sorry, did you need something?
No.
Okay. Let me read you guys a couple that have been commented. All right. Oh, this is my personal site. Whoopsie doopsie. La 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 la. So I have this. My latest post is just a picture of me for some reason. Actually, no. This was in a bot comment. It was actually all right. So I made a post about YouTube Rewind because I wanted to talk about it in the podcast, right? And I said, "Yo, what'd you guys think?" Right? Sorry, Kaufman is actually the last name. I said, "What y'all think?" And it's a picture of the YouTube Rewind like thumbnail. And couple real guys, right? Crispy Kale, thank you for actually giving me the biggest L on that one because it was the biggest L video of all time. Pew Pew Peterson, worst rewind in history of rewinds. Yes, I know. Also subscribe to PewDiePie. Yes, 9-year-olds. Awesome content. There you go. I'm not going to shout out their name. You guys can go check it out if you want on the Instagram. But come on, man. Awesome content. Then there was another one on the very top that said, hey, are you on Spotify? DM me. Why? Why do I want to DM you? If you're interested in being in the podcast, come DM me. Or if you want to talk to me, come DM me. Why do you have to put it on my, on the comment on my picture? So... and that's obviously like a music thing. So he was like a music pro because I put Spotify on there because we are on Spotify. So it's an appropriate thumbnail, an appropriate hashtag. Let's try to find another one because I know I got a couple more. Spam. That's like the most like demoralizing thing ever when it's like, you post something and then you think somebody's actually interested and then you look and it's awesome content, man. It's like, way to go. Actually, I can't find a lot of spam. I think it's died down. Okay, here, hit me up for promo. And then this one dude, it was like, releasing original music is the best feeling ever. Bro, it's a Wednesday upload podcast. It's not music. You didn't even get the content in there. So you can actually kind of relate. And then there was one original one in that one. But it's really funny. Like, I don't understand. How does that work exactly? Is that like a marketing strategy? Is that kind of thing like, they're trying to make it seem like they actually connect to their audience? You know, that kind of thing? I don't know. Because... or like they actually care, you know, so that way like they'll have like a permanent follow. Like, oh my gosh, he likes my stuff. Let me follow him. But it's like so see-through. I don't know. Some people actually get fooled by that, so they'll follow, and that's why they keep doing it. But I don't know. I just farted, by the way. I drank milk. That was a bad idea. Milk gives me the gases, man. I just get so. I think I'm the gassiest person in my family. I think I was the one farting like nonstop. Milo farts, yes! Milo has the cutest little farts. It's like, it's always like that. It's always like that. One time we were going to bed and he was like, the lights were off and everything. He was kind of like looking out like the other opposite way from me. But he was kind of close to the bed. And then when he sits down, he just plops his butt down. It's like super quick and very funny. And as soon as his butt touched the floor, he just... It was really, really funny. What? Are you just looking? Sorry, I just have to like ask because I don't know. Like, I'm curious. That's why I asked you, like, because you're like looking. Is there a B on my screen?
I was wondering how long you've been doing it.
23 minutes. That's not. I don't know why the 1 is on there.
Yeah, I figured it was an hour.
I don't know why the 1 is on there all the time. It says 1 hour and 23 minutes. I don't know why. But anyway, why you want me to wrap this up?
No.
Okay. Yes, you do.
I don't.
You don't? Are you sure? Guys, I'm struggling here. Women language is an interesting thing. I don't know if I'm messing up. Am I? Am I digging myself in a deeper hole? Fudge. I suck at this. I'll get better, I promise. What?
I'm gonna go work on this.
Oh. What is that?
Studying.
Oh.
More.
Courtney's got a big old test tomorrow for like CNA nursing stuff. Good luck, babe. Go kill it. You can do this. I'm sorry. I feel so bad. Oh man. What are we talking about? Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't understand what the whole spam thing is about. Like, why do these people, like, how does it work? I'm pretty sure I kind of hit it in the head right there, huh? And I kind of wonder if it's like a site, you know, those like sites that you can like buy bots to like follow you on different social media platforms. Or I guess in this case, I'm sure there's a site that does a whole commenting thing based on the hashtags or the tags in general, that people put on their pictures. Because when I put like Spotify and things like that, that's generally music. So then I get spam for like music junk. I got a couple DMs though. I don't know why that like annoys me. It's like, no, if you really want to talk to me, you DM me, you know? If I want to talk to you, I'll DM you. But if you want to talk to me, DM me. I'm not like I'm not that like gullible, I guess, because I know if it's like a legit offer, they're going to DM me personally. It's not that I'm not gonna take. It's not like I'm stubborn and I'm not gonna accept help or that kind of thing. It's just I know when you're just doing this for the sake of just throwing it out there. I don't know. That was kind of a jumbled mess of a sentence, but it's a sentence nonetheless, because I said it in English. So we talked a little bit about Milo. Oh, that's right. We were talking about farts, but of course. And him plopping down to the floor when he farts. He's a really good dog, honestly. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, he's really good behavior-wise. It's pretty early, and he's still young, and I've been surprised of how well he's been able to, like, contain himself, because we've had garbage dogs in our history of dog ownership. But no, he's been a really good dog. He's super cute too. But sometimes the boy can slip up. I think I said the story already that he ate a whole tub of butter one time because it was left out by accident. Then he started vomiting everywhere. And then one time he ate Courtney's KFC chicken that she had. Smacked him good for that. And then he likes digging through the trash, man. And I smack him, and he knows he's doing. He knows he's wrong, but he knows it's wrong. It's bad behavior, because anytime he's going up there and I say Milo, I just say his name, he'll look at me all scared and he'll back up. Or if he's up there and then I like walk over, he'll like back away because he knows. He just can't help it. And he loves drinking off the toilet for some reason, which is like such a stereotypical dog thing to do, which is hilarious. But I think he got something off the trash today or yesterday. I forget. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna be that person, even though I already am. Like right now. Jeez, fudge. All right, let's go back. He got something off the trash. He was trying to chew into it. So I was like, no, right? And what I do to make sure he knows what he did is bad is I'll get whatever he was biting, chewing up, whatever. I'll pick it up, I'll put it in his face, and I'll smack him, and I'll have him sniff it and look at it and see no. So that way he knows, he can connect the dots. So I took it up and I picked it up. I went up to him, and sometimes I have smacked him pretty hard when he really does something bad. Not like abusive hard, but you know what I'm saying. And then this time I just gave him like a little like kind of tap in the head, but he was like already like scared because he knew I was mad and he knew like what he did was wrong. So I tapped him in the head and I kind of put it like I was just showing him the little, I think it was a cup, and then he like squealed like if like you kicked him. But Courtney was there too, and I didn't even lay a finger on him after. Like, I just gave him like a little pat on the head and said no. And then he was like, like super loud, and then just jumped out of the bed. I was like, dude, I didn't touch you. Another thing about Milo is that he's such a scaredy cat, man. He's a cat, and he's scared. He's Milo the cowardly dog. That's what we've dubbed him here. He's afraid of so much crap. He's afraid of friends who come over. He's getting kind of used to Ryan, but even now, even when Ryan comes over, he'll be afraid. He won't pee immediately because that's what he does, is if somebody comes by and he's scared of him and that person gets too close to him, he'll just pee on the floor. But he's scared of music equipment as well. He's scared of my mics. He's scared of my guitars. He's just scared of so much. It's pretty... it's such a wussy thing. It's like, geez, you're a dog. He's a boy too. It's like, dude, you gotta protect your family. You gotta protect your family, mate. I'm not sure if it's like, if this is natural for a young dog to be this, cowardly, but I'm not, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in terms of training him to be more of a man. I don't know how to say it. Because he's so scared. Ooh. Big oof on that dog, man. He's just so scared of everything. We'll get him. He's still young. When he gets older, I'm pretty sure he'll toughen up a little bit. I don't know why I just started doing that accent out of nowhere, but a little sneak peek to what's to come on Friday. Now, keep in mind, on just disclaimer, on this Friday episode, Ryan and I, we already did it, by the way, but it's scheduled for Friday. We did it. We did it the same day we came up with the idea of this being an actual thing, you know. So we had nothing written. It was super improv, super short too. So just keep that in mind, you know. Just put that up in your head so while you watch it, so that you know where we're coming from. These next uploads we're gonna have on the Fridays are gonna be more elaborate. So we're gonna actually write some stuff and try to create little funny bits. So just keep that in mind for the future ones. And also a little announcement. Not really. Oh yeah, we're going up to Idaho this weekend. So we're leaving Thursday. We're not coming back till Sunday, so I fear not, for that podcast is still going to be uploading. I'm going to try to schedule or record ahead of time. That way we have the upload up by that Monday. So I'll make sure that's coming up. But if any difficulty, you guys know, I just have the worst luck with this tech. I'm such an ancient person. I just have the worst luck, man, with technology, dude. Like, just computers and garbage. I don't know why. It just takes a dump on me. So if worst comes to worst and it's a little delayed, you know what's happening. But I'll make sure it's up, honestly. Like, there's fear not. Have no fear. Kevin's motivation is here. Yeah, that works. But anyway, so that's happening. Celebrating Christmas with my family early, because we're going to be celebrating Christmas with Courtney's family, like the actual day. So that's why we're going up Saturday up to Idaho. It's going to be a 15-hour drive, mate. I'm not sure I'm ready for that. Man, I've done long drives before, but a 15-hour, man, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I mean, Courtney and I are going to split up the drive time, obviously, because I'm gonna be chugging down rock stars if I want to make it without dying, killing everybody else in the car. I was thinking of bringing in Milo with us too, but that'd be terrible. It was a split-second thought. It wasn't even like a elaborate thought that I was thinking about too much, because I was like, nah, that's bad. It's not happening. So that's why we're trying to get, especially Ryan, to get Milo to actually like Ryan, you know, or at least tolerate him, which he kind of does already, so that's fine. And Courtney's sister, so I'll take care of my for a little bit. Now that I'm talking like this, I might as well plug in a person who I'm trying to kind of imitate. Not really, but it's not really his voice. It's just a deeper sound of like an Australian/British man. Is from Bad Canteen. I'm sure they're blowing up now, actually, because they weren't too popular before, but ever since they've had Billie Eilish, I think has helped them a lot, because she's booming now she's getting super popular, and she was in an episode of Bad Canteen. It's a British show where some dudes decided to cook after not cooking a day in their lives, so it's actually very comedic, because the dishes are just garbage. in the episode of Billy, they did a mashed potato thing, and there's a dude's mashed potatoes. You can flip it. No, it's gravy. Like, mashed potatoes, sometimes I can understand. You know, it's pretty stuck in there in the clump. So, like, if you flip your bowl, if you have it in a bowl, upside down, it'll, like, kind of generally stay. You know, it depends on the consistency of the potatoes you're eating. But this dude's gravy, man. Gravy is supposed to be gravy. It's like you pour it on the mashed potatoes, you know? You don't get chunked and crumble it up, because that's exactly what his looked like. It was so chunky. It was like a paste. Like a dry, like, think if you have toothpaste and you let it out and you leave it out, like a ton of it, you leave it out, and just how crunchy that's literally what it looked like. It was pretty bad looking and apparently bad tasting too, because she tried it, the champion. She took a bite out of that thing and she regretted it. But anyway, that's enough of that accent. I was thinking about doing more accents, like actually like working on them, you know, kind of like looking at like YouTube coaches for accents and things and try to perfect some. In high school, people really liked it when I did the accents. Like I did a ton of them. They would, Kevin, do this, Kevin, do that. So I don't know. And I was like, hey, that'd be kind of fun in the podcast, especially for these bits that we're going to be doing to try to perfect some stuff. And I've been watching a ton of those like gaming accent prank videos, like Azers or Azers. It's Azers. He says Azers. Azers or the Terrorizer, Smells Like Pizza. All those guys, all those YouTubers, super funny dudes, dude. Super funny dudes, dude. Yeah, so you should go check them out. I'm just endlessly plugging in some cool things I like. Here's a list of things I like. But on other news, our homemate Louis, he was in the podcast. If you remember correctly, we were talking about all things anime in Japan, all that junk. He's in Japan right now, dude. He's in Japan. I'm so jelly. Homie is in Japan and he's like posting all these pictures and it looks so sick. I so want to go over there. I'm going to go there at some point in my life. I know that much. But anyway, just throwing that out there. Go follow him on Insta and check out what he's doing before it's too late. He's posting a lot on his story. He has, you know, obviously other pictures on there. But his stories, man, go check them out before they're too late. Start following him. I think, oh yeah. We'll finish it up on this predicament I currently have. It's not a predicament. It's like a little like conflict I have in my mind. So the word dude, guys, I throw that word out a lot. I mean, it's like my default. Like I usually whenever I say dude, if I call you a dude, if I call any of like my peers a dude, it means I respect them. It means I see them as, you know, I'm talking like I know like my biology and I don't even know what I'm saying with that one, but you know what I'm saying. It's like if I call somebody a dude, I generally feel comfortable. There you go. That's what I'm trying to get to. I feel comfortable around them. So I know it's widely like discussed that dude, if you call it's like a older person dude, somebody who's older than you, a senior, dude, it's generally found as disrespectful because it's slang, you know, it's dude, you know, but why is that, in all honesty? Who decided that that's like disrespectful, that's slang and disrespectful, and why do we have to adhere to that still, you know? That's one of the things that doesn't really, well, I guess, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, in all honesty, but I've always thought, I was like, why? Because like, if you're taking it off face value like that and just say it's offensive and label it offensive and get offended over somebody who's, you know, age-wise below you, age-wise, just the term saying that somebody's below anybody else just sounds wrong. But you know what I'm saying, like age-wise, like a younger person calls you dude. Like if you just take it out of face value and just take it as insult, that's kind of being a little dull, a little even childish in my opinion, because as an adult you're supposed to have common sense, you know, develop something in your brain to where you can kind of like, you know, analyze a situation and get a feel. In general, I don't know, like for me in this instance, you've known me for a while and you've talked to me, so that's why I'm calling you dude. But when I call people I work with now dude, you know, like but they're all like not super old. There's a couple older people who work with me, but you know, there's a lot of, you know, and I still call them dude, and they seem totally fine with it. I'm not saying that they're the ones getting butthurt, but a couple of people in my life have gotten a little upset over me calling them dude, saying it was disrespectful. And I'm not trying to like bash them on that or anything. You know, if they don't like the word, then it's okay. But I just always I think about things too much. This is my problem, man. I'm a very deep thinker. So then that's kind of one of the questions I had. I was like, why is dude? Why do we outlaw dude? Dude's just dude. Apparently dude means an elephant's butt hair, by the way. I'm not even making this up. One of my coworkers told me that. He was like, do you know what dude means? I was like, no. He's like, it means an elephant's butt hair. And that sounds like such a scraped from the top of your head statement. So I thought he was joking, right? I mean, that's super elephant's butt hair. That just sounds like you're trying to come up with the most ridiculous thing you can think of. But no, if you look it up, dude is an elephant's butt hair is one of the meanings of it. Class is in session, people. You learned something new. This is our classes in session segment. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Funny, weird, and maybe that's why people are offended. And on that note, we are gonna wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you did, all you who plowed through this episode, I know it was so tough and so boring sometimes, but you just get some off days. I don't think today was an off day though, but I've had off days, through some of my uploads. But anyway, guys, if you guys have not already, go ahead and follow us on our socials. We are on Instagram. We are on Spotify. No, that's where we're actually uploading. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We have a Facebook page, so go whichever one is best for you. Go ahead and do that, and that way you can keep in touch with us and see what we're doing over here. And all that mumbo jumbo. Go ahead and give our everything else, whatever we're uploading on Spotify. Excuse me. Spotify. I freaking burped again. It's always Spotify. Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. It'd be super, super appreciated if you guys can go to the iTunes page and give us a nice little review there. That would be awesome. In all honesty, I would really appreciate that. That would look really cool, man. But anyway, like I said, we're wrapping this up. So thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time. This Friday, by the way, so stay tuned. Peace out.